Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a mystery that honestly drives pool owners absolutely crazy, but it's completely fascinating once you understand the science behind it. We're diving deep into pool chemistry, specifically mastering something called cyanuric acid, or CYA for short. If you've ever struggled to keep your pool water crystal clear, despite literally dumping chemicals into it week after week, well, you're going to want to pay close attention to this one.
To set the stage, I want you to picture this real-world scenario we found from a pool owner over on Reddit. Just imagine it's summer in Tucson, Arizona. The average water temperature is sitting at a bath-like 84 degrees, and those desert UV rays are just absolutely relentless. Now, this pool owner was doing everything right, or so they thought. They were diligently using chlorinating tablets every single day. And yet, they found themselves staring at a completely unmanageable pool, and they were forced to do the unthinkable: drain the entire thing and start totally from scratch. So why? What could possibly force someone to empty out an entire pool when they're sanitizing it daily?
Okay, let's dive into this. The culprit, and actually kind of the hero of our story today, is cyanuric acid. CYA is a chemical stabilizer. You might also see it sold as a water conditioner. The absolute best way to think about it is as sunscreen for your pool. Just like you need SPF to protect your skin from the sun, your pool's chlorine needs CYA. Without this chemical sunscreen, the sun's harsh UV rays would literally instantly destroy the free chlorine in your water, leaving your pool totally unprotected against bacteria and algae. It's an absolute necessity for outdoor pools. So here is our roadmap for today. We're going to cover number 1, the CYA paradox. Number 2, the ideal balance. 3, testing the waters. 4, adding CYA safely. And finally, number 5, liquid versus tablets.
Section 1. The CYA paradox, when sunscreen becomes a trap.
So, how can the exact chemical design to protect your pool force you to drain it? Well, the answer lies in this direct quote from our Reddit source. That Tucson user wrote, "I had to drain my pool because my CYA level hit 130 ppm from using only chlorinating tablets." They were using those tablets exclusively, and their CYA just skyrocketed to 130 parts per million. They suffered from a massive headache known in the pool community as chlorine lock. And that brings us to the actual paradox of CYA. While a little bit perfectly protects your chlorine, too much of it binds to the chlorine so tightly that it makes the chemical completely useless. The higher your CYA level climbs, the weaker and less effective your chlorine becomes. At 130 parts per million, that Arizona pool owner's chlorine literally couldn't do its job at all, no matter how much extra they dumped in.
Section 2. The ideal balance. Hitting the sweet spot.
So if too much is a disaster, but too little means the sun burns right through your chlorine, what are the actual numbers we need to aim for? According to the breakdown in the WikiHow guide, for a standard pool, you're targeting a sweet spot of 30 to 50 parts per million. Now, some pool owners, especially those with saltwater systems, might run it slightly higher. But check out the absolute limits. The World Health Organization recommends a strict maximum limit of 100 ppm. Anything beyond that, like the 130 ppm our Reddit user hit, you are squarely in the danger zone, and your pool chemistry is basically guaranteed to crash. But how does it even get that high in the first place? As one really savvy Reddit user pointed out, there's a crucial fact that so many pool owners just completely miss. Stabilizer, or CYA, does not evaporate with water, period. When the hot summer sun evaporates your pool water, the CYA stays right there behind it and just gets more concentrated. Then, when your autofill adds fresh water, it just brings the overall volume back to where it was, but the CYA has compounded. The only physical ways to lower CYA are splashing water out of the pool, getting a massive rainstorm, or doing what our Tucson friend did, physically draining the water out.
Section 3. Testing the waters. Know your baseline.
Because this stuff accumulates over time, you can't manage what you don't measure. According to the WikiHow manual, you should really be checking your water's CYA levels at least once a week. The guide outlines 2 main DIY methods. First up, specialized test strips. Keep in mind, your standard strips usually only test pH and chlorine, so you need ones made specifically for CYA. You just dip them for about 30 seconds and match the color on the card. The second, and honestly much more accurate method, is the turbidity test. For this, you take a water sample, mix in a reactive powder, wait maybe 1 to 3 minutes, and pour it into a testing tube. You figure out your CYA level based on how cloudy that water gets. Of course, if you don't want to mess with a DIY chemistry set, you can always just take a quick 2 tablespoon sample down to your local pool store.
Section 4. Adding CYA safely. The step-by-step method.
Now, if you test your water and find your CYA is well below that 30 to 50 ppm sweet spot, here is the exact 4-step procedure outlined by landscape architect and pool expert Rob Lippman via WikiHow. First off, never add CYA without balancing your free chlorine, alkalinity, and pH levels first. Once that's all dialed in and you've calculated how much stabilizer you actually need, whatever you do, do not just dump dry powder straight into the pool. Step 2 requires dissolving that calculated CYA powder into a 20-liter bucket of warm water. You gotta let it sit for about 10 minutes to properly dissolve. Step 3, pour this liquid mixture directly into the pool water itself. Don't pour it into the skimmer or the filter tank. And finally, Step 4, run your pool pump for 2 to 4 hours to make sure it circulates completely throughout the entire system.
Before you run off to mix up some chemicals, though, quick reminder, safety first. Cyanuric acid is a raw, strong chemical, and the source material explicitly reminds us to always wear protective goggles and gloves during this process. Plus, you need to make absolutely sure nobody is swimming in the pool for at least those 2 to 4 hours while the pump is running.
Section 5. Liquid versus tablets, the great community debate.
To truly solve the mystery of our Arizona pool owner, we've got to compare the everyday sanitization options. On one side, we have stabilized tablets. These are commonly known as trichlor. Now, these tablets are incredibly convenient, no doubt, but they contain CYA bundled right inside them, meaning every single time a tablet dissolves, it's adding a little more CYA to your water. And since we know CYA doesn't evaporate, relying solely on these tablets means your CYA will endlessly climb until your chlorine is eventually locked. On the flip side, we have liquid chlorine. Liquid chlorine contains absolutely zero CYA. It simply sanitizes your water and then dissipates. Sure, this means you have to manually balance your CYA using that bucket method we just walked through, but it is infinitely safer for daily use because it keeps you entirely in control of those stabilizer levels.
The consensus in the online pool community is actually incredibly clear on this. One Reddit contributor hit the nail on the head, saying, trichlor tablets should be used if you go out of town, but not as a primary chlorinating method, especially if you have a history of high CYA. Basically, tablets are a fantastic temporary tool for vacations, but they are a pretty dangerous permanent strategy. So what does a successful daily routine actually look like? Well, another Arizona pool owner who deals with that exact same harsh climate over in Gilbert shared their precise formula. They maintain their 10,000-gallon pool by manually keeping the CYA locked right into that 40 to 50 ppm sweet spot. And then they add exactly 32 ounces of liquid chlorine every single day. That's it. No tablets, no compounding stabilizer creeping up on them, just clean, perfectly balanced, and fully protected water. Let's bring all of this together into our golden rules, drawing from both the expert WikiHow steps and the hard-learned lessons from the Reddit community. Number 1, test your water weekly. You have to know your baseline. Number 2, target 30 to 50 ppm for a standard pool. Number 3, always remember the golden trap. CYA doesn't evaporate, it accumulates. Number 4, shift your daily maintenance over to liquid chlorine to prevent chlorine lock. And finally, number 5, reserve those super convenient stabilized tablets strictly for when you're away on vacation.
Which leads me to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought. The next time you walk out to your backyard knowing what you know now about the compounding dangers of stabilizer, do you truly know what chemical mix is sitting inside your pool's floating dispenser right now? If you aren't 100% sure, well, it might be time to grab a test kit and find out before your pool's sunscreen becomes its biggest trap. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, happy swimming!